Hiruko. Oh, where am I? Oh, there. Oh yeah, welcome back to another episode of Underline. Kinda got too ambitious, and instead of doing like all the dating parts, the secret, not a secret route, but I guess the most difficult route in the game, which requires you to complete like 4 to 5 other routes, which is pretty crazy because they do take a long time, and combat just interrupts you like every other moment, every other like plot, like turn events. This time though, I'm gonna take a short look at some of the things I've learned over scouring over like what 4 four of the probably most informative missions routes in the game possible. So yeah, this route you can see someone missing, and of course it's the roommate for the first time ever. She is not here. And the strangest thing, the one person who likes manga, two people who don't who like manga and dev games and looking for cool things are not here. What the coincidence, man. And we're actually doing a shonen-like search for basically Dragon Balls, like treasures of this planet that either have cursed items in them or pretty blessed items. Basically, supposed like these superpowers, just stowed away in a box, in a Japanese box. This time around, we decided to just spend the entire time outside, not spend a moment in the academy and just searching a place. I finally got up to a shadowy figure, and it was an old man. At the sound of my voice, he stopped in his tracks and stood rooted in the spot. Mind you, literally the only person we like found around here, the only other living, not exactly human being around after like months of living here. And he has pretty valuable lore that actually finally explains things. Pretty crazy that we could have just found this guy. So most of these people, like, they've left. Well, no, they're not. I guess the only remaining people around here are either in a terrible condition or they are the chosen warriors who are fighting to their best ability, like trying to secure the last bits of the planet. And he goes, "Are you from the Sovereign planet? Sovereign army? What army? Never heard of it. You saw newspaper subscriptions then? That's not it. We're Earthlings, just like you. Can we talk to you for a minute? Like us? We're not Earthlings. You have 2 eyes, it's true, 2 arms, and you walk on 2 legs. Sounds about the same. We don't want anything to do with this." The reason why they're going like that, that's the same, is because the allegory on like war and mistreatment between like nations and races, I imagine. But the reality is the cultures are different, if not bodies. We don't want anything to do with this war. Please, just leave us be. We're looking for a box of blessings. Yeah, there are 13 boxes of like basically alien artifacts that these like the nation of this old man have been preserving a long time because they were either too cursed or way too dank and shouldn't be entrusted to like people randomly, A box of lessons? Why would you get involved with someone so... Could you be children of stars? A member of proud Suzuki family, nothing more, nothing less. Wait, do you think it means Earthlings? Yeah, that is what we call you strange visitors from beyond the stars. Yeah, like a single sentence already turns around the entirety of the game's lore so far. So we are actually the invaders. We're the attacking side here on another nations, like another like species planet, here to grab what we want and kill everyone who used to possess this place. And the Sovereign Army are the Power Rangers who've been fighting so far, who've been transforming into like monsters. Though I'm still not sure why they employ zombie tactics like that. It must have been some kind of desperate magic. It's really weird that heroic like army, like super people basically are able to like they're able to control zombies somehow. And also the fact that of all things, like I'm not even sure why humanity put like all of its like last resources into this exaltation like program and still lied to us that we're like kids from Earth, which is like it just sounds weird. Why just create like super soldiers and instill them with memories of like normal lives to go on a short mission that won't even require any of those experiences? Like they might as well be mindless or like almost robotic or something. And then also like the differences with their experiences. Like some of them had plenty of common experience while others didn't. And all of it also might have been a simulation in a way, or just some memories might have been mixed up. Like the protagonist's like girlfriend there. I see you really aren't with the Sovereign Army. Yeah, these guys are me.
Nah.
I do not want any trouble. If I tell you what you want to know, you'll let me leave?
Yeah.
Sure, man. I'm not about threat to extort or any of that illegal shit anyway. How can you look like that much of a thug and be this wholesome? Have you ever been jailed? Traffic laws exist for a reason, numbskull. We can't just ignore them. Come this way. I have some water. We can sit and rest while we talk. So like, our base is a Nerf type school, equipped with like military tech and basically autonomous planetary bomb production site below it, like in the basements. Like, I assume it's simply because they couldn't deploy bombardment like from the orbits, so they had to set it up like on the planet, like somewhere hidden right among their ranks, right here where their refugees are. Take over if you need it, and I will tell you our story. Begin with, we are a group who has escaped the war with the children of the stars and returned to our home. Wait. A group who has escaped the war with children, stars and returned to our home. Wait, escaped in what way? Did they stop it? Did they start it? Oh, escape like a voids. Okay, I thought they meant like I've actually started something. And return to your home. Your home? You mean these decrepit old ruins?
Yeah.
As they may look like that way to you, It might look that way to you, but we have lived here since our childhood, so long ago. Now, holy war or not, we could not abandon this land, scorched and tainted as it may be. It is still home. And the weirdest part still is the fact that this city looks identical to any like Earth city. But what they noticed, but didn't even pay heed to, is all the writings, all language is different here, as well as, you know, aliens looking really different. Also the fact that there are alien bases around here. And actually it's really weird. Somehow the military bases look like super alien, like Necron tier bases. But the city center is like a normal Earth, you know, real life city. So because of the similarity, supposedly, because aliens literally look one-to-one like humans, even though they're really white, really lacking skin color. They would, even though there's sun right there, sunlight and all that, they still, like, no one could have guessed that we're not actually on Earth. You're like the children of stars who brought war on us before. If there is true mercy in you, I'll tell you all I know. Also, the reason why he takes them for his own, you know, species soldiers is not even because they carry weapons, but because they have really similar like abilities and the blood ability, and they're basically on a biological level much closer to aliens, to this guy. No man's words had a weight to them that felt totally alien to me, almost like the weight of his whole life's experience was behind me. This planet is known as Futurum. It is not the same world as this Earth you mentioned before. It's actually also weird that he calls it Futurum, even though Futurum is the term that supposedly humans used when they first arrived here. Well, not even first, when they, I guess, chose this planet as the next place to settle. This is an Earth? Huh. This it would explain a lot. How none of us can read the signs in city ruins, or how the commanders seem to have their own culture here. Son of a... The bastard Sirei been hiding from us all this time.
星の子らは天の果てから
星の子。
土地を求めてフトゥールムを焼いた。
The first round of stars descended from the sky and scorched the land in an attempt to take our planet from us.
その戦の結果が
You can see the
こ
results
の
of
ありさまじゃ。
it all around you. Yeah, that's another weird point. They say human like pioneers' diaries say that the initial contact with the locals here was against like an almost tribalistic like community, but we're clearly in the middle of a city, and the city doesn't seem to be. I can only assume it must have been human-made, while all of the actual alien structures are out there and not here. So it must have been a real city, or like a city built as an illusion. Maybe some kind of temporary like FOB, you know?
戦いは果てしなく
But the
続い
fight
て
didn't
終
end
わりが
there.
なかった。
Still not
そ
over.
の戦いの中で
Our home was just one of the casualties of this
故郷
war.
を失った。そして
Yeah, humans went
神話と思われてい
on
た
offensive war,
幸いの箱が姿を現した。
and then a
ここまで
box of
は
blessings
良いかな。
appeared. Right out of the old legends. Are you giving up so far? Ever since we killed Eva, it had this dark, heavy feeling. I think it was the same thing that made the old man stored and so missing. This was a nerve. We were the real invaders all along. And also, I think it's a problem with narrative also, because the game supposes that you will start your like second ever campaign, like the first original one where you couldn't do anything, you could just enjoy. Here we made choices which campaign to do. They definitely assume that this is gonna be the next campaign, and it's shown in gameplay because it introduces you to like the weird mechanics a lot. It has way too much like exploration, and at the start of this campaign they literally give you a tutorial that's of a mechanic that you use in every other campaign, but in other campaigns the tutorial never pops up. So there's definitely like the devs definitely has foreseen like a specific route, but they didn't like enforce it at all. So some routes are just much more like educational and just filled with like lore that is not like it's not critical in other alternatives, but it feels like it's omitted there, and yet we're like supposed to be aware of something. But yeah, each of these boxes has like an alien artifact, and I assume one of them had Cryptoglobin, the super blood ability that we use. Legend Cell, and also one of them had, or maybe even two of them had the gear parasite that turns everyone to maniacs, and basically gives the mystery element of like why is this guy like killed. Gives the mystery element to most other routes. So I think it has to be at least half of the routes where there are like mysterious deaths, and every single one of them happens because one of these boxes had a parasite that kills everyone. It uses the host to kill everyone, and it cannot be spotted otherwise. And it's also kind of weird that only one route checks for the parasite at all. Yeah, I think one route keeps track of how many living beings there are, and one route has Hiruko check us for the presence of the parasite. Yeah, Cosmos granted them these gifts, and that was the one with the most powerful cryptoglobin. Vexness is only the current super command keeper, but nothing. So even though they all possess one of these boxes, they don't really use them, because I think most commanders don't know whether the box has a blessing or a curse. So the aliens basically, they don't risk, gambling like their own lives or the victory, because it's like actually 50-50 with either I die and my entire like last alien resistance division dies, or maybe they get some kind of power. And I think some of them have probably opened open boxes. Imagine Vexness opened one box, and the Super Tank Commander probably also opened a box, because they are much stronger than anyone else. Yeah, boxes became a symbol of the Supreme Commander's authority. But then researching these boxes became taboo, and they got lost. And you spend the rest of this route searching for boxes for like so long, man. How the time is just you wandering map, and the other half is you Yeah, just fighting. Actual boxes were lost long before she gained the power, and as said, even attempting to learn about them was considered taboo. I had a friend before the war who conducted research in a lab somewhere around here. Wait, it was an alien? His friend? What was human descriptions? The fuck? Unfortunately, it all got burned down in their raid, and my friend was killed as well. If you can find surviving research material, you may be able to learn more. Man, this is all such strong algorithm, like real war. The one surviving guy like explains us what the truth is as well. That the modern government of ours, you know, Syria and everyone, and satellite people, basically just lie to us as much as they can. But his book survived, right? Can you find it? Sure, man. So it should be somewhere around your Theory Fortress for the Stars. Academy, did you call it? This is also crazy, yeah. He literally calls it a fucking fortress because it's not a school at all. Why did he even... I mean, I guess it's true about every anime ever. Like, they start in the most basic ass setting. School life, a bunch of kids, dev game, mysterious killer, or romance routes. Like, losing memory. But then they just abandon it completely and like, suddenly it's not Danganronpa, it's 0 hours, it's like some kind of space odyssey, alien warfare, fucking Call of Duty basically thing. And that is all I can tell you. Promise you, it's all I know. Thank you, sir. And we're sorry for disturbing salutes. Pay me no minds. I'm just an old coward who ran from the war. I want to die in familiar surroundings, that's all. Yeah, they went to Blast Defense Academy, and yeah, 50 days after, which shows how rare the plot points are. We got venturing, trying to find more of these boxes, and stumbled upon an art gallery in the Netherlands world. All this damage happened recently, and there's invader footprints on the floor. Doesn't seem like anyone's here now. If they took the box, that would explain why we can't find anywhere else. Still might be able to find something. Find a bunch of documents. They weren't written in Futuran. They were written in the same language we use every day. Okay, so yeah, this part is weird. He said we should find his alien friends. Like, book or whatever. Oh, wait, maybe, I think, yeah, he didn't mean this one. I think I know what he means, him under. And these are the pioneers of humanity, first coming here and writing reports. Real complex stuff. Research report, planet KXK 787. Hereby record the findings of our research team stationed on the planet during the First Great War. First Great War. Well, technically it was all the same war. I don't think there were different ones. I mean, they could differ between like the first assault and then the long war that used cryptoglobin for the first time. The natives of KXK 787 refer to the planet as Futurum. Oh, okay, so they didn't create the name, they learned the name from the locals. In their language, this appears to mean the land. Futurum. Or maybe. Our initial assessment of the atmosphere, gravity, and solar radiation levels remain the same. The planet is suitable for supporting human life. Native military technology is incredibly primitive. Orbital aircraft and tanks proved effective in the early stages of the war. Everything changed when individuals with an ability known as cryptoglobin appeared and began wiping our entire fleets. Which is so fucking bullshit, man. Like, they're saying a tank or like an aircraft is like even like a fleet is weaker than a bunch of cryptoglobin users. But this slasher route literally has a boss saw, a power saw used for metal, right? Completely reigns supreme over cryptoglobin users. That is our team. So the killer could easily overpower a cryptoglobin user. Yet a cryptoglobin user here supposedly can wipe out like entire fleets. With the minor difference that yeah, they look a bit bigger like monsters, you know. Our research ship was also immobilized by one of these fighters. Fucking spacecraft research ship, man. Like, we're supposed to be stronger even than these than the guys who immobilized the research ship. Spaceship, you know. Once unleashed, the bacteriological weapons will kill everyone on board, as well as any witness 40 miles around. So at first they had some kind of plan for bacteriological weapon, bioweapon man. This device has already been sent to Exodus Project headquarters via experimental transmission. We're also printing out a hard copy for the benefit of subsequent attack fleets that may discover the wreckage of our ship. Compared to everything our people on Earth have suffered at the hands of world death, our deaths must surely seem insignificant. So initial world death did happen on Earth, I assume. My loyalty meant sacrifice. So Earth is like completely gone. We long since don't know anything about Earth. My loyalty meant sacrifice to hope for rescue of freedom would be a grievous sin. We will be released from our duties when we die, and not before. We knew we were never returning home. The first Great War was only meant to lay the foundations for future generations. It's really weird that the locals are like super peaceful and like appreciative of all the things. Yet a war like happened right away. Like, why the fuck did humanity start a war in the first place? I don't see the reason. Like, I'm sure the locals did not like occupy the entirety of the planet for there to be like no space at all. Like, imagine most of the world is like concentrated in like just a few cities. Based on information extracted from POWs, we surmise that cryptoglobin may have its origins in certain box-like supernatural artifacts. Both the boxes and cryptoglobin are treated with religious devotion by the natives. Perhaps that is only natural given the superhuman abilities that cryptoglobin bestows. Cryptoglobin appears to ignore all laws of conservation, bending even quantum causality, I assume, to users' whims. Yeah, they're basically saying like cryptoglobin is like beyond like any comprehension. So man, this is such a huge piece of lore compared to what Nozomi has been talking about with her mother's research. I feel like if her mother had revealed like even a smidge of this, it would change everything. In terms of as yet unproven theories, I believe our only hope lies in developing our own cryptoglobin weapons. For more details, see paper B. You will have glean about the nature of cryptoglobin. I believe these weapons will heed to be autonomous, possessing a will of their own. Conscious commands from intelligent beings are what allows the substance fantastic powers to manifest. A simple robot wouldn't be unable to weld it. Cryptoglobin development plans can be found in paper D. Alpha for Gamma have had to be abandoned as unfeasible. Plans Alpha for Gamma. That's not too many. May be necessary to assemble a specialized unit when the time comes for the Second Great War. Wait, they had a moment of peace then? Second Great War. And so critical government management system also detailed in paper D. Ideally, this will be controlled by an AI capable of making decisions and removes without the need to consult HQ every time. So this technical, all of this I knew, I got spoiled pretty early on that humanity just invaded another planet. But I thought they basically, after a skirmish, they stole all the artifacts, came back to Earth with the came back to Earth, and then the aliens decide to get some revenge or like try to take back their artifacts, and that's where they're like supposedly here on Earth, but it's not even Earth, even though it has Earth buildings. More safeguard against rebellion from within the AI will be connected. Jung and the Gestalt model, yeah, basically Yorha, but its system has information I, reinforcement R, exalted E, intelligence I, C-ray. Developing weapons and ensure commander's best interests and protected at all times. The boxes have yet to be confirmed as anything other than legend and can be assigned as secondary objective as needed. The details of mothership required transport C-ray and its development see paper out. You know what it reminds me of? Fallout. Fallout also has like these remnants of like past worlds. In the past, there were like two greater kind of nations warring, not just whatever mess remains. Yeah, and then they go crazy. Hiruko is cut off abruptly. No one said anything. We just left. Yeah, and they were. Well, said, wait, I think Siri starts explaining right after this. A couple of weeks went by. What the fuck? Oh, wait, no. I skipped Siri's reaction. Yeah. Well, Siri doesn't really say anything, he just confirms. Very end, yeah, that's the end of the box search run. Though, as I assume it's the wrong one basically. Yeah, they're literally like human buildings here. What? I guess the war like took so long that they decided to establish some architecture on the planet. That was just cool. It's actually pretty cool that there's a route where you get to, well, not join Vexen, but I guess. Can you actually give up? I guess it's. Maybe you can actually take the alien side. Wait, what am I loading this for? Yeah, I'm actually not sure why I love this one. Technically, this should be valuable. Let's check what enemies is. There's just a funny watching her constantly approaches every time. She easily loses every time. Yeah, she uses the power of the box with like flame powers. I'm gonna find all the boxes. I wasn't beating myself about it. I better destroy the boxes. Yeah, it shouldn't be important. It's just they go like whether destroy or seal the boxes, and nothing new happens after that. They just happily continue the run. Seal the boxes is a weird choice because it doesn't really do anything. Now I can't switch on. And we're just returning to Defense Academy. Choose the path of ignorance to keep ourselves in the dark so we may live to see tomorrow. In order to survive this war, however long it might last. Yeah, they don't want to elaborate too much. Yeah, unload the last piece of lore that we to learn here. Oh, this initial route. This one we'll see soon anyway. But this is supposedly how Hiruko was able to like get on the same level as Takumi there. Parallel leap machine allows you to jump into other realities at the same moment. I'm not sure how it helped her. I can only assume that she has already jumped to her to other realities and somehow managed to find the reality where Takumi is every time. And she must have jumped like an infinite amount of times. And then basically every hero crew at some point is informed by herself, I assume, about what's going on. So a time machine only moves you to another timeline, not to the past or the future. You jump out into another universe on the same day, same time. If you let remaining, she would have killed herself. Was in the way, just details. I was in a hurry that day, so I just selected a timeline as far away from this one as possible and sent another person for this one. She goes to check the machine, but while this is unfortunate, the machine is broken. We can't use it anymore. Somebody's interfered as the program directed from the inside out. Who would do something like that? Yeah, obviously it's Eito, because he ran away not long ago. It's messed up though, just how easily they interact with technology. Like they look like they're from 80s, yet someone reprogrammed not even a time machine, I guess. Like a reality machine, I guess. Multiverse gate. The problem is how he got out of that cage there. Couldn't have escaped on his own, so someone from the team must have helped him. Think about it calmly and clearly. Try to forget about ghosts and concentrate on the very real threats we're facing.
総員最終防衛学園65日目の朝になりました。今日も偉大な人類のため観南新野蛮
あああ
Yep, the final box, and that box contained one of the calamities. Very messed up. Then after that, so was this one? Yeah, this is I think another relation,
総員
yet another relation of the
さいや
parasites. Everyone gets to know from the ghost boy, there's a thing Shion. Don't get anywhere very different. Have to stop and discuss everything that seems weird. I read the ancient scroll, and the scroll basically says they arrived on the planet a long time ago inside a flame meteor, crashed near a small village, and all the villagers came to investigate. At the crash site, they found two gleaming opalescent orbs. The villagers considered these a gift from God. They took them back to the village and enshrined them. Sometime later, the priest is in charge of the shrine began acting strangely. The child ran to the neighboring village, begging for their help. So in fact, they returned as possessed corpses, attacking both their own village and others nearby. The destruction spread like a plague until word of it, until the word of it reached us. Authorities dispatched seasoned warriors who made short work of the inexperienced villages. They have taken control of the villages, both living and dead, and driven them to horrible things. These two are God's creations, as they may have been sent here as divine punishment for impious way. Some of them would be to consider crime against the Almighty. But they sealed up the boxes and give to the Emperor. Retain garments research or food. The gear numbered 64 in all. But it was felt that having too many of them around would be likely result in another tragedy. Research carried out a cull, leaving only 6 alive, each rehoused sealed away inside a small box. That's massive for you. More or less, the chronology of the event described in this call. Was the buttons, and the males can't possess living animals at all. They don't attach themselves to corpses. The next part pertains to Give's queens. Don't hurt, but heal. I mean, can understand it. The hell is this thing's full face? The males only possess corpses, but the females can possess a living creature and get them. But yeah, all he explains there is just they are parasites that we take for maniacs who run around school and kill everyone. Okay. Day 4, let's go. So this is a proper romance route. Why do all this? Why all this being so far?
起床時間だよ
It's 3? Yeah, I think 3 out of 4 things we need to get the most secret routes, which I'm not even sure what's about. It's like, what's it about? It's some kind of mystery route. But yeah, I need like one more route complete to get it. It's route number 100. which I have not seen, touched, or like interacted with at all.
今日やば
And also the saddest shit ever.
うん
That initial route you gotta do, they kill off two of the most fun characters possible. They make Kurara mad, so she never talks to you. It just doesn't. Kurara just doesn't talk to anyone. One thing, the Rumi dies like super early on because of the geek ring, so slasher kind of. And the third thing, you get to sacrifice Kyoshka. Sacrificing Kyoshka is basically a route that opens up, I'd say, a third of like campaigns in the game, which is crazy. Like a third of all campaigns doesn't have that character. Yeah, it's not even like an important character. It's just a nice, fun character, same as anyone else here. But yeah, now we have to somehow manage to catch Eito, who's run away from his cage, use the secret parallel realities machine, and slept potentially somewhere in one of these alternate realities. And there's a character, there's supposedly a character who's, you know, there without an explanation, and it's the Maniac Eito. The original plan to open them up, I decided to give you a run of the school. Every classroom is now unlocked. What? It was all yellow. I was really touched by a show of determination yesterday. Consider this your route. Leaves on the first trying to guillotine room. Whatever that is, we don't have that one. What about the second announcement? In order to make you a more efficient fighting unit, you need a team leader. And that's Stephanie, of course. Yeah, this already happened like many times. Hiruko. So she knows everything from other realities. Assuming it's actually kind of weird. Somehow in parallel with his reality jumping, she also managed to find that reality switching machine like early enough where he was already there, and she was able to learn and tell every other version of herself that, yeah, they're like all the things that he's been too slow to tell. So technically, she's almost the better time traveler. It's just that she couldn't go back. Well, no. I guess she can go back to her reality. But not in time, though. I said I'd tell you everything if I didn't change my mind, but she changed her mind. You're probably here. Don't talk to me ever again. Romance trial is starting off. And then he randomly finds her talking to the commander. I assume they talk about how the protagonist is more dangerous. Wait. Yes, he somehow catches the whiff of Hiruko, and we gotta follow her now. Damn, I like how there is literally a sign of the alien that possesses of the parasite. Yeah, we've just been here, but in the future. And now she could potentially tell us her secrets. It was supposed to start from this point. I made the save here, but it resets the day. The save files don't keep the exact moment. With a sigh of relief, I took another look around the room, and it was in the machine. Ah, that's where those weird-ass fucking outfits came from. Though still, it's weird. Who the fuck even built this machine? They're all some kind of all-bodied suits, and like what deep-sea divers or astronauts would wear. Yeah, it's a mix. There were several hanging in that locker, more than 10 at least. There were helmets too, old-timely, heavy-looking ones. Hiruko grabbed the suit and helmet and took them out of the locker. She's not gonna change right here, is she? Luckily or unluckily, she didn't actually strip down, but put the suit over her clothes. Oh yeah. And that's literally the killer. Killer's outfit. Yeah, ready to go. Run out of time if I don't make the leap soon. She interacted with the console. Make right button, that's done. She stepped up to circle platform next to the machine. Yeah, parallel universe like machine. Just casually there. What the fuck are you doing? Wait, what? We moved to a different reality? Wait, did we combine our forces? Our strengths? Whoa, what the fuck happened to him? I was on the floor and Hiruko was holding me in her arms. But at least I think it was Hiruko if she had the helmet on, so... Well, of course it's Hiruko, who else is here?
大丈夫セミノまったく
リープスーツ
It's a leap suit.
前が着てるその服のことか
そうこれを着ないでパラレリープすると体に激しいダメージが
Yeah, leaping without these suits puts a strain on me. How did she learn it so fast? What the fuck? Also, it says day 5, so we jumped through time also, jumping it past.
パラレリープ
Already,
なんで来たのよ
聞きたいことがあったからだ
I have questions.
100個ぐらい今は200個に
頭の方は大丈夫みたいね
全身が麻痺して動けないそれに王冠がひどいし
I feel like I'm about to die.
私が言ってからにして
If you're you're going to throw up, do it after you leave.
行く
学
Where are
園
you going? Back to the academy.
どうしてもう
Already?
もう時間がないのよすでに午前0時を回ってる
It's already past midnight,
って
guys.
こと
We
は
gotta go.
5日目よ正確に言うとね
い
It's
つ
day
か
5.
の朝になる前の深夜か
だから何どうでもいいやりとにかく私はもう行くから
Technically, right
あな
now,
たはここで
the
休
second
む
last academy might be in danger. I have to go. Stay here and rest.
一歩も動いちゃダメよ
Don't move from here. Two fire extinguishers? Wait. What? Wait, so I guess she accumulates them by stealing them in other realities? How? What the fuck? Who provided? Who made this thing? Well, I was still trying to make sense of everything. Who could grab one of the machines and rush over the war? Damn. Yeah, this like extrapolates everything so much. It's just straight up complicated things. What happened when I dove into that circle of light after Hiruko? And how long did I black out for? It didn't feel like very long, a minute at most. What could have happened during that minute? When the locker and took the other extinguisher with that, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done that. The pain hadn't completely faded yet, but I pushed through it. Dumbass. He's gonna lock them in now. There's no second extinguisher. So there should be a second document here. Look for Hiruko. A body. Oh. It's him? No, Saito.
そんな嘘だろ
Wait, why are we here? Is this even the correct reality? What the fuck?
青月は飼育小屋に監禁されてたはず死んでるん
A loud noise erupted somewhere else. Oh, well, the first floor. Where's the fucking terminal? Here.
おい大丈夫か資材
Man, Eito and Hiruko are now messing with the timelines like crazy, because they could probably jump infinitely. And yeah, they could just come and go to and from the school however much they want. Whoa, what the fuck should you do?
やめて頼むこのマジ
This is pretty weird that somehow she would be stronger than Protagor, with much more experience. And, like, the strongest cryptoglobin out there. People do tell me I have a talent for inhabiting character. What?
も
I only wish this was just a play, then maybe we could rewrite the script so I wouldn't make such a terrible mistake.
う
Go and save him. Huh? Is she trying to save Eito? That doesn't make sense. Why would she? We're back to where we belong. So every night Hiruko goes out to mess with parallel timelines? That's so weird. Like, it opens so many possibilities, but also kind of makes her less of an agent in every other reality at the same time. Also, she does technically... Well, no. Like, every Hiruko ever should have, like, traveled once and told the other Hiruko about all this. Because then all of them would have to come up with a plan to improve realities. But after that, they don't really need to jump again. Like, no leap is necessary after they're informed of everything that could happen. It's some kind of research facility, right? Just what kind of research do they do here? So body weight. Aren't you shocked? Shocked? No. Well, technically, like, what? 30% of realities are the ones with where Ato is dead because of us. What is our mate? That was the most she said to me in a while. Lips with that. And it looks weird. Like I'm insecure about being short or anything. Hurry dance. Man, jumping between realities. Are we going to go for these every time? Where else will we go? We'll be going back to. Don't tell anyone what you've seen here today. You understand what will happen if you do? Okay. But technically, if they come by, yeah, if Takumi used that machine like a whole bunch, it would be a little much more than time travel. Because right now he can only reverse time supposedly and change the reality that way. But he cannot like go to one or the other and edit it, you know. So he could actively override realities. Instead focus on just one thing. Ado. Check order. Oh yeah, he's alive in this universe. Well guys, you've seen a ghost. Not that I've ever seen a ghost myself, or seen how you look when you've seen one. When you think about it, isn't that expression a little problematic? I mean, it's hardly showing proper respect towards the dead. Last time I checked, yeah, if I were a ghost, I'd phased out of here a long time ago. This motherfucker, I know he can phase out of it. Because his abilities, like, his cryptoglobin is also special, and he can... I think his abilities that he's, like, the giggle lucky somehow. Lucky to the point where he can, like, unreasonably escape impossibly strong, like, restrictions here. You might not believe, but I know how to keep a secret. If you need someone to talk to confidentially, I'm always here. Telling about Hiruko, yeah, should not happen. Because he can't always escape and go fucking kill her in another reality or something. Hiruko, have you got a minute? Yeah, how's that? This is where I found Ato's dead body last night. Man, they don't have to write so many flashbacks. Even though there's a single flashback in the game that actually is used like correctly and makes a lot of sense, is when Takumi, you know, once again like experiences coma, like comes back up after like several days, and they use a flashback to tell what happened while he was out cold. So that was like a pretty useful flashback. Otherwise, they just repeat the information with too many times. He's in his cage like normal. Why is she trying to fucking gaslight this? We're literally there. And he spoke to Suri. Wait, did Suri fucking authorize her to go out there and change realities? Oh wait, we can actually see what's written on those things from here. Michu Young Toki Supremacy or something? Fly 24 hours a day. Oh. Weird mottos everywhere. Military school you were taking me on. This will be our last stop. You rushed in here and found you I rushed in here and found you passed out in a corner. And you kicked me on when you woke up. Still haven't apologized for that, you know. I didn't have a lot of choice in the matter. It was irreversible. Why is she fucking gaslighting so much? After you nearly killed him? But you don't have to like repeat everything we just experienced. You see? You knew I came here from the future, huh? Alright, I'll tell you. Finally. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to have a lot to do. I might struggle to get it all done myself, so I'll need someone to help with it. Yeah, I guess I'll... Technically, so far for all many routes, we don't really need every person, on board here. Like, we've survived and made it to day 100, like, with barely anyone. So it should be possible for us to just, split the teams around. All instructions and don't ask questions. Bruh. Alright, the work gets done. I'll answer all the questions on day 9. And I give you my word. Just so long as you hold up your end of the bargain. Man, this is a romance route. I'll get right to the point. I'm going to second last academy today, and I want you to come to get Nico and others, right? Wait, you don't mean right now? What's wrong? Go wake up everyone. Huh? We need more than 2 of us tourists joining. We need to put together an excursion team. I know, it's such a pain, isn't it? Are you starting to see why I made the captain now? Oh, so really here is the public captain. Got attacked in the M10. Took some casualties. Shirai is like being super cooperative in this one. Honestly, haven't seen a little bit of what Monokuma is like on the other titles. Yeah, I would totally prefer Shirai. He might be a lying bastard, but he's really cooperative. He's really nice. So you're saying we need to get there and back all before tomorrow? And who's staying? Sumano, Shizuhara, Kawana, Ginzaki. Yeah? Wait, which Sumano are going? Both of them? What about me? I want to go murder the guys at the other campus too. No, it says anything about murder. Well, it doesn't matter who they choose. Yeah, the more part is gone. What the fuck? Why did they switch all on? Right, that's why I look like this. Takimaru has been training. I can even control it now. If I relax a little, I go back to normal. Damn, that's actually magic. We're all shocked. Hiruko wasn't faced by Shuma's transformation at all easier, almost as if she had seen before. Which is weird, she shouldn't know about things like that. Like, she should be informed about them, but not see them. And honestly, it totally might have been a detail Takumi didn't, like, forgot to tell him. So. The flow of time is by nature one of the absolute truths of the world. There's no way it can be reversed. But you watch yourself and there's consequences. Like, our opponents getting stronger and applying like different tactics. And the shortcut.
Eh?
Oh wait, the persons he named are the ones we were taking. Okay. Man, for a romance route, this seems like way too serious. Oh man, I've done this way too many times now. Here. Still can't find, I think, 3 or 4 objects. 3 or 4 gifts. They're just not there. Yes. No materials because we already got enough. And one of the routes has way too much exploration, like the one with searching for the boxes. Alien artifacts. Well, alien artifacts because they're on alien planets, but they came from elsewhere, from third party. Awesome. Out. And dashed off towards the school and disappeared inside. In his bathroom. Could have just gone on the way here. Probably can't go outdoors. He strike me as the delicate type.
Huh?
Fucking Charlie Brown. Oh my god, man. The protect is like glazing her way too much. How do you know her names? They were sorry we weren't here to reach you. To help Kyoshika get her sword out of her, you know where. Kyoshika was gooning so hard that they had to like hurry up to come and meet us. Technically, it was her sword sheath. It was stuck in there pretty tight. It was a while to pull it out. Damn. Okay. Look, Kyoshika, she like sacrificed her so much, so many times. Please don't get the wrong idea. I was lodged in the drain pipe in. It was lodged in the drain pipe in the bathroom. That's all. Like or thrust the whole Yamori sword sheath in there in a moment of impish high spirits. It was clogged. What I was supposed to do. Okay. Okay, so she wanted good and she was get bullied by Kurara. Also, wait. Bro, you can't be serious. If you look down below, like drawn underneath the word "you," her sword is like on top of her hands, on top of her body PNG. She's not holding it. It's like just slapped on top of her body. So what do you think my beloved sword is? I know it's something you used to. Don't say another word. Man, I like this joke so much. So I'm glad it's like they just milk the shit out of it. We received a communique from the Honorable Sirei, you know. Wait, if Sirei is the Gestalt fucking Yorha machine, what is Nico? I guess Nico is just like a simpler version or something. Not just that, he told us other stuff he's been giving secrets to. So technically, Nico is also supposed to be capable of things Shure does. But Nico's memory is like locked out. Like it can't access it on its own. Explain how the circumstances have changed. Very could contact you. Why did we have come to get you? He was only able to get in contact a few hours ago. Electronic interference have been fixed. And yeah, robots don't sleep. But you know what's going on now about the attack One last academy one. Yeah. That makes it easier. Let's go. The one journey though. I'm unable to abandon the academy. True, which points to this ally. This actually isn't just a habitat, it's a warping what's it called again? Warping habitats and like colony ship at the same time. So this is what is left of Earth. And basically a ship they built so it's able to be able to find a new planet to reside in, because Earth was just in no condition. We were just used up, you know. But the future still has a body in the sky to leave with countless mechanical lights are artificial satellites. And then Israel hasn't realized the school is only a decoy yet. In later years they will attack us. And what are we planning to do then? We're planning to self-destruct, huh? I won't allow that. We can't afford to lose you. Man, Hiruko is just the words of reason. What? No, so I wish I could do axe kicks like this. Wait, did Hiruko just fucking smash it? Hiruko brought her heel down viciously on his head. We have an knife that was the killer of this group. And we're an attack like this one destroy him. This one forced it to shut down for a while. Man, Hiruko knows so much. Like all the data that Sumino fucking gathered, she's using in the best way possible. As usual, Hiruko was totally unconcerned about what anyone thought of her. Let's get going. She picking you up like it was a piece of hand luggage. And they gonna carry him. She knows exactly where everything is. Like, yeah, the worst thing is that it's as if she has experience while she's only supposed to have information. Everyone is like sitting as far away from her as possible. I said, screw my state, reminding myself not to be patient, no matter how difficult the things are. Why is he such a pussy all of a sudden? In other worlds, he's like the tall like captain, you know, leader and fucking saver of humanity. Does it feel like we're forgetting something important? Oh, 28 walls are my favorite manga. It's not that important. I got my signed world championship belts. Nobody cares. Oh, yeah. Are you supposed to be Tori? Oh, fucking Shoma went to take a leak. That idiot man. I don't mind this.
今の例えの意味
わからないけど0.01 ミリっていうのはね
There's only one thing that you can use a rubber to being poor. Ah, I know this is about as thin as a 0.01 millimeter thin piece of rubber, yeah. I'm as worthless as a condom. Don't say that. We spend the rest of the journey doing the very best to cheer Shuma. Yeah, no. That's a funny route. Like really sensible, but a funny route. And no one is dead yet? Faceless NPC squad. Fuji, made a destruction, samurai, sacrificial samurai, Batman, and the edging killer. They're all totally distinct characters. Pretty distinct. Second Life Defense Academy is a rescue series underling. There's no killing getting that. Why is he eating? He's not even like alive. The battle coming up tomorrow. Now that the introductions are over, we should rest up until then. You guys are really gonna fight us? Let's go. Yeah, the room is here. Everyone is here, right? Adding Shion the Flame Boy. That should be everyone. Well, yeah, Eva is not here because it's too early for that. Nico told him all about World Death, critical elements of this project, and their official. They were no doubt about what to do here. So,
Pipi.
why is acting as if it's like the last possible chapter? What's with the graduation atmosphere? The story's not over. But the stream also might because I started like super late because I was trying to get the secret, well, not secret, but the most difficult route on track, but I still need one more ending there. Yeah, so that is gonna be split. This turned out to be more of a lore route than a lore video, I mean, than an actual day, like having fun checking all the dating options. For some reason, Azami stayed back. Well, thank you for going all trouble of coming to let us. I'm not sure, but there's supposed to be a route where attack becomes like a as the actual leader, you know, becomes a chieftain of this fucking tribe, basically. But I'm not sure which one has it. It might actually be like super close to this one. Yeah, because we haven't made a choice yet. A genuine choice that's in many other routes. There's one more choice here. Knock it off. I haven't really done anything deserving thanks. Let's get to 100 days first. Why is she here? Where's Hiruko, man? Heard a noise, but no one was there. This is only day 7 when we're like super ready for everything. That's actually, this might be one of the like best trials possible. And when are the invaders coming? The two robots are trying to cover or time traveling secret. We'll be fighting in the same commander that escaped on day 1. That's right? Exactly. Gosh, you're such a good listener to the Harry. Because you already have experience fighting them, we have strategic advantage. Imagine we've got a much bigger team this time. How easy is it gonna be? It should be like actually overkill for the first boss. Well, technically, yeah, they still don't have much experience because it's like basically their first time. Wait, what? The Komu twins decide to fight just like that? They were so against it. But yeah, there's gonna be like a ton of fighting after this, and I better save it for another time. So let's actually save it and continue the actual dating routes next time. So yeah, see you next episode.